Hey. Hello, everyone. We are back for another editing live stream. This is Dodge the Grave. We're back in Audacity. The audacity of me, yes. We're trying to get back into it. And if y'all aren't here, then I am not doing it. There's two that I want to edit, but I know that I'm not gonna finish the second one. So this one, this is the inevitable one that we started last time. And I just have to get the pacing and the crazy inhales out and then export it. It'll be good to go. It's gonna be a part of a compilation, so I'm not gonna actually put it inside of Wondershare for Mora yet. I'm still looking for more stories to put into the compilation. Not really that I'm looking for stories, but need to finish recording stories to go in the compilation. For the sleepy time things. But then I gotta get over to the other story that's taken me years to finish. I need you here for this one. I need you here. All right. Let's jump in to editing. Hey, hi. Yes, not yet. Hi, I'm sorry that you completely threw me off guard. Hi, Interscare Wifey. Thank you for coming. Hey, Moonlight. Yes, hey. Thank you for editing. It said no data. Anything editing. You make your husband do it? Yeah, I mean, I figured that's part of the wedding vows, no? To better or worse through edit and narration, sickness and like all of that. Oh, thank you, M. Thank you for stopping by. Awesome, yes. I will be I will be the V. Hi, the Prowler. Hey, how you doing? Okay, I think I've said hello to everyone. And I think I can probably edit and listen to music. Depends. It depends. Oh, this one is Inevitable by Psyoptic Nerve. And yeah, I started this one yesterday, but I didn't finish. Hi, Midnight. On your way to work? Oh, nice. Nice. I'm gonna be your traveling buddy today. That's fantastic. No, this is way too low. I cannot. Can I? I don't even need this track right now. All right, I need you to keep up, computer. For some reason, I feel like this is better for y'all. Okay. And I will have to mute the music. Pause it. Sorry, music. We already did the initial Inevitable. Already? What is that? Chair move? Psyoptic Nerve. Swallow? Dang, if I had... See? That's one reason to get married. Someone do your editing. Yeah. No good. Oh, I don't need all that. That's just for loading.
It began with the birds.
Mm-hmm.
They were found by a group of children playing near a patch of woods
no, this
at
is
the edge
real life.
of our village.
Real life.
Can you imagine being somewhere between 5 to 10 years old and stumbling upon the decapitated, wingless remains of a few dozen crows?
It's so clicky.
The screaming and crying alerted their teacher.
And it's clicking inside the words. Jeez. Sounds like I'm eating Rice Krispies.
As shocking a discovery as it was not the only occurrence.
Oh my god, it's so slow.
More wildlife was found in various states of dismemberment across our village. And what remained of them fell atop the roots of the thick forest surrounding us.
Nice, Midnight. Nice. Yo, witty basket.
Inevitably.
I'm about to just put this in freaking...
Philip was a known drunk. Philip was a...
Swallow. Okay, that's very clicky. I think I'm going to make it... Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the nighttime narration. So then the only thing I need to do for it then is noise. Hi, Interscare. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Interscare Wifey. Can I just call you Wifey? Is that okay? IW? Is this how Audacity looks now? I haven't used it in years. Yes, this is how Audacity. Audacity. I don't know where that accent came from. Is it? Well, this is an older version of it. It's not the updated version. This is, I think, 2.4 is 2.42 is the version that I'm using right now, but there's a newer version than this. But I recorded this under this version, so I'm kind of scared to move over to the newer version. And this isn't going to be a really hard edit for me, so I'm just doing it here real quick, trying to get the really bad exhales and the pacing right so that I can blah 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 blah. I'm talking a lot. Hitting play.
Can you imagine being somewhere between 5 to
Thumbs
10
up for
years old
Wifey.
and
Wifey heard.
stumbling upon the decapitated, wingless remains of a few dozen crows?
Hey, Tetsuya.
Screaming and crying alerted their teacher, who fainted at the grisly sight.
Clicky. I'm so clicky. Can I just cut it out?
Alerted their teacher, who fainted at the grisly sight.
I might not even take the clicks out. I might just leave them in.
As shocking a discovery
I feel like a
as
rebel today.
It was not the only occurrence.
See, Interscare, you
More
get it.
wildlife was found in various states of dismemberment across our village. And what remained of them across our village. And what remained of them fell atop the roots of the thick forest surrounding us.
Oh, you're... Yeah, clickety-icky. Yep. Clicky-icky. Oh, you're editing too? Oh, I love that we're editing
The first
together.
human casualty was found. One Philip Douglas. Philip was a known drunkard, and while harmless,
Yeah,
he
dude,
spent many
seriously.
nights staggering
Sound
his way
effects are
from
my savior.
one end of Main Street to the other,
Doesn't help with
singing,
spacing, though.
speaking madly of end times to the sky. The left portion of his body.
I'm very moody in this one,
sky.
and I feel like everything I'm doing
portion
is
of
just
his
too
body
long.
was
But I'm
found
trying
at the
different
northern
pacing for
corner
this.
of town.
Mm.
Cut cleanly in half. Cut clean.
Ugh. I don't know why I tried to copy
Cut
it.
cleanly in half. Cleanly in half. Still clutching a bottle of whiskey in his hand. The right half of him, however, was nowhere to be found.
Hi, TDI. Oh, gosh, wait. Yes, I have done that. You guys ever clear your throat on recording and then do it when you hear it? I have. I've also sniffed. Like, I've also done that. It's just like, my nose isn't running. All right. Yes, Enter Scare. I hear you're the editing person in the group. If you can tell me what you're using when you edit, I'm curious. I like the atmosphere of it. I think the pacing works well. Thank you, Tet. Suya. Can I call you Tet? You do? Are you eating? Are you recording right after you eat? Because when I drink, I get, my throat makes sounds. That's not weird, right? That's normal.
In half. Still clutching a bottle of whiskey in his hand. The right half of him. The right half. The right half. The right half. The right half of him, however, was nowhere to be found.
Is that a click or is that the D for found? It's both. It's both. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. Oh, it's clicking anyway. Like it doesn't even matter. You're not supposed to edit your dialogue in the chat, just in your recordings.
Papers. Cutter.
You swallow a lot of air. Oh, I see.
Someone took a papers. Cutter.
Moving.
You know, the ones with those.
Stop moving so much. Can I cut that out without cutting out dialogue?
Papers. Cutter.
That's abrupt. Can I do this?
Cutter.
That's what you get for being fidgety.
Cutter.
At least it's not that bad.
You know, the ones with those really big, you know. You know, the ones with those really big, heavy blades. You stack up the paper and you put in that thing and you just push it down. It's as if they just pushed his body down and then just lowered the blade. And discarded.
Swallow. Ugh. Ooh.
And discarded the right half of him in the trash. The right, and discarded the right half of him in the trash. Discarded the right half.
Now too close just sounds weird.
Discarded the right half of him.
Can I do this?
Discarded the right half.
Probably not.
Discarded the right half.
Nope. Can't do it. It's just gonna have to be.
Discarded the right half of him in the trash.
It's just gonna have to be spacey.
Someone finally realized the pattern, so many things have happened since that. I cannot recall who. It's all across our village.
Challenge of
Severed
trying to be
limbs
mumbly and articulate at the same time.
Severed limbs and
Summer
sludgy puddles
sausage.
of
What's good
bodily
for
organ juices left behind.
what's
Sludgy puddle.
Ooh.
Severed limbs and sludgy puddles of
I'm leaving
bodily
it.
organ
I'm leaving
juices
that.
left behind by man and animal alike began
Ugh.
by.
Where did that come from here? Is that all of it?
Behind by man and animal alike began to mark out an invisible border that couldn't began to mark out began to mark
It always sounds so weird.
began to mark out
Just leave it. Just leave it.
to mark out an invisible border.
Or C, B, plan B. Make it not as bad. Can we do that?
Began to mark.
I really should put a shortcut for fade in.
Began to mark out an.
Let's do that. Apply. I forgot how to do shortcuts. I forgot how. Where was it? Add remove tools. Preferences, maybe? Yes. Ha! Not just looks. Not just looks, guys. The whole package. Okay. Effects. Sorted. Okay. Keyboard. Print, edit, effects, labels, spectral, I could just search, scrubbing, tracks mix. Fade in. Ha! Got it. And we're gonna make it, what do we already have? We already have noise reduction, shift 1, filter curve, shift 2, and normalize, shift 3. What can we actually remember is the question. Control fudge, control F. No. Control I. No. Let's say F. Control F. Set. Control F, and then for fade out, it's Control G, maybe? Set it. Oh, it's already assigned? To what? Fit to width? Damn it. Okay. G? Wiz? No, not backspace. Not delete. No. Control G. I don't think anything's set for G. Okay, Control G, and then hi, Lil. And then H. Control H. Okay, G for in, H for out. Set. No, I didn't click off. Okay. Wow, Brooklyn accent. Okay, Control G. Set, and then fade out. Control H. I am literally working. Hi, lady. Set it, please. Okay. All right. Control G. Oh, I love it. I love it. Look at me, growing up so fast.
Again, to mark out an invisible border that could not be crossed. And as startling as this was, the revelation after was far worse.
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it.
The threshold was shrinking. The threshold was shrinking.
Such a freaking cool story. Speedway. A speedway? We have a speedway. But
In
it's
sporadic
for
intervals,
for like go-karts and shiz. That is way too long of a
was
space.
shrinking.
Jeez, people are gonna think there's gonna be end screen soon. It's not.
In sporadic intervals, the unseen force surrounding us would. In sporadic intervals, the unseen force was shrinking.
I think around here.
In sporadic intervals.
Wow. No one is that
In sporadic
patient.
intervals, the unseen force surrounding us would lunge forward, turning friends and neighbors unlucky enough to be in its path to geysers of red mist and unidentifiable pieces of flesh. Being the...
Can I?
And unidentifiable...
It never sounds good.
Unidentifiable...
Minimize. Minimize. Ooh. And click. Control X. Control G. Thank you, TDI. I'll need it. Oh, the next one has you in it. So it's probably for the best that you leave. Thank you for stopping by.
Unidentifiable pieces of flesh.
Hey, Sup?
Being the pious villages we were, we turned to the church for guidance.
Oof. Throat. Throat. Where did that go? Throat sounds. Exhibit A. Crazy.
Guidance.
God has turned his sight from us.
Father Samuel insisted, addressing us in... Father Samuel insisted, addressing us in the town square.
Unless we repent and one...
Us in the town square.
Unless we repent and one blink of his eye, we may all perish.
He's in the town square. He's not in a church. I need to fix that. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. That's why reading the whole story is important. Preach. Preach, sister. Yes. Yes, my child. Shoot, what was I doing? Okay. I shouldn't be inhaling. He should be. Was it here?
God.
Yes, it was. Okay, let's change that. Because the echo sounds like he's in a church, but it just said that he's in a town square. So we need to change the reverb to be outside. What does this sound like? Preview?
God has turned his...
Pretty much the same. User presets outside question mark? Preview?
God has turned his...
Wow, now it just sounds like he's in a church outside. Can we take away everything?
God has turned his sight from us.
Yes, actually, I actually want that. I know, but I'm trying to take as much as that reverb off. Now give me outside question mark.
God has turned his sight from us.
Wow, very... Okay. Thank you, lady. Thank you, dear. Feel better. Quickly.
God has turned his sight from us.
That's just... I'm just gonna leave it.
Father Samuel insisted, addressing us in the town square.
Unless we repent and one blink of his eye, we may all perish.
Perhaps he meant well. Perhaps he meant well. But his preaching only culminated in vicious mobs sacrificing anyone they believed to be sinful, dragging them away, kicking and screaming before
I think we can get rid of that.
They believed to be sinful, dragging them away, kicking and screaming before feeding them to what we now called the void, until all that remained were their ankles and feet. No amount of sacrifice would appease it. If anything, all these feedings only seemed to make it more ravenous. And even once we turned against Father Samuel and gave him to more ravenous. And even once we turned against Father Samuel and gave him, we turned...
Siblincy AF. Ugh. I'm leaving it.
turned against Father Samuel and gave him to the void. It encroached. It is clear now that no one is going to save us. Not a god, nor a neighboring village, especially not our loved ones. I've seen that a brother would push his own sister into the void to spare himself, if only for a few fleeting moments. And still it looms, constricting, suffocating, inevitable. I've fought for so long to be the very last. And I must live with regret for the things I've done. And I must live with regret for the things I've done. However long that may be. For even as my even as my toes disintegrate, even as the pain blinds me, I refuse to give in.
Okay. He takes it back. I personally love the way I sound when I when I have a sore throat. I'm just like, give me every narration you like. For some reason, I like the way I sound. Just like, hey guys, you want to hear a scary story? Oh man, is that just me?
Me. I refuse to give in. Refuse to give in.
Okay, question. Does it sound weird that I don't inhale? Because there are times when it sounds good to inhale, and there are times when it just sounds weird when you don't inhale.
Blinds me. I refuse to give in.
Okay, so that's without. Oh, I'll play it one more time without the inhales.
Blinds me. I refuse to give in.
And this is it with the inhales.
The pain blinds me. I refuse to give in.
My voice. I got phlegm in my throat. The fact that I can hear your voice in my head saying that, it just tickles me. I think it probably isn't going to matter if I have it in or out, so. So. Of course it depends. Of course it does. Sometimes it makes sense for the inhales to be in, other times it does not. I'm going to... Yeah, exactly. If the character is stressed out or out of breath, inhales are better. I've done an audio when I was sick. It made for good content. Which... DM me what that one was. Okay, so that one's done. Inevitable is donezo. Save. Wonderful. One down, 17 more. I'm kidding. Well, not really, but yeah, I'm just kidding. This one is by Calness, and it is over an hour long. I am not going to be recording for 3 hours. It's going to probably take me a week to finish this one. And I am not going to be editing for that long today. 7 likes. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it.
In a small pastoral town.
Let's make you louder. 10.
In a small pastoral town, the youth pay tribute with their flesh. By Calness. Featuring Magnetar. Goodnight Goosebumps. And The Devil's Interval. My college degree is about as useful.
The one that you're in. You've been in a lot of them. I did finish 2 1, 2. I finished 2 that you were in already, but there's more. That's not the one I'm editing today. This is a different one that has 3 other people. 1, 2, 3. 3 other people in it.
My college degree is about as useful as a broken foot. But I chose to study journalism, and the consequences are mine to accept. Still, in a time when award-winning reporting amounts to a listicle about 10 foods to avoid if you want to cut belly fat, it's hard to care about your craft.
How do you do your narration, your editing?
I started caring again
Midnight
when I got
with
a
so many
strange,
people so quickly.
terrifying lead from my former classmate, Dave Jensen. A formal write-up will never get published, but I owe you an account of what happened. As far as I know, the seamstress is still out there, still searching for her next pound of flesh. Can
I take that out without messing everything up? I mess so much stuff up if I delete that. Can I just quiet it? No,
flesh.
leaving it.
Is my journalism degree any more useful now than it was before I heard about the seamstress? No. But maybe my legacy lies in creating this warning.
There it is.
Maybe, by writing this, I can save even one person from the gruesome fate of getting their skin unstitched from their body.
And did you hear about that kid who shoved his arm down a garbage disposal?
Dave had an eager way about him. And
that's the thing. I don't get them done quickly. I'm constantly waiting on people. Yeah, but once you get the audio from everyone, you're able to like put it together so quickly, it seems to me, because I've been editing this one for 2 years. Off and on for 2 years. Yeah, I think I might only be slightly exaggerating by a week or so. It's one of those things where you mentally just quit. You're just like, I don't feel like working on that today, and you just do anything else. So off and on for very long.
Dave had an eager way about him.
A garbage disposal?
Dave had an eager way about him. An obsession with sensational breaking news. A bad habit of setting a grim stage for the day before you had your morning coffee.
They blocked me Subway to they blocked me from Subway. They blocked me Subway from people. I'm very confused. But I believe whatever you are trying to say is very important. Can I say sub? Yeah, I got a story that I've been putting on the back burner. I've written 5 stories and 12 poems around it. I certainly get, dude, especially with writing. Tell me, if you would want to do like a writing stream. Like instead of me editing, we try to do like the Pomodoro method of writing, where we write for 10 minutes and maybe take a 5-minute break, or a 15-minute writing and then take a 5-minute break, something like that. Let me know if you'd be down. If any writers in here, there's like a crap ton of writers here. If any of y'all would be down with that, let me know. I would probably put it on. Okay, Midnight. So modest. I would probably put it on my Writers Lift YT channel instead, cause writing. But if y'all would be down with that, I could notify y'all when I'm going to do it. I'm getting a little bit better with doing live streams a little bit. I almost didn't do this one, but I still clicked start stream. So, high five to me. Let's make it. Let's Control G it. Control G. Control G.
Bit of setting a grim stage for the day before you had your morning coffee. It was 7:30 a.m. I just rolled out of bed.
7:30? You're crazy. When did y'all get out of bed?
7:30 a.m. I just rolled out of bed. You really have to stop doing that, Dave.
Stop doing what?
He was legitimately confused. I knew, thanks to the 3 warping dots that indicated he was typing. Deleting his message. Typing again.
Like, I used to be able to
But it dawned on him,
oh,
and he sent a response.
they blocked you from subbing to people. Oh,
I always
wow.
forget.
I didn't know they could do
Several
that.
years back, Dave had been the one to tell me about the ghost ship fire. It was an artist collective built inside a warehouse.
Oh my goodness.
A maze-like makeshift hovel filled with flammable things like window and bed frames, railings, pianos, motorhomes, tapestries, sculptures, and even tree stumps. A spiral staircase was constructed from wood pallets that led up to a loft, into which more fuel was piled. It seemed that anything flammable the residents could find. It seemed that anything.
Jeez. What? This?
That
Will that take it out? No.
It seemed that any.
Oh, that is still there. Is it here? Holy crap. Right, is that going to mess up the whole word now?
It seemed that anything flammable. It seemed that anything flammable the residents could find, they brought inside. The deadbeat proprietors of the place hosted an electronic house music concert, inviting dozens of people. No sprinkler system.
What?
No exits marked.
What?
No safety measures in place.
Dang.
The fire had an unknown cause. 36 people died.
Oh.
The morning it happened, I'd been
Quit it.
making a bagel and cream cheese, which was interrupted by Dave calling to break the brutal news.
I almost hate Da Vinci now because you because you like it so much.
Which was interrupted by Dave calling to break the brutal news. Now, he was back at it again. I took the opportunity to remind him of my boundaries. I took the opportunity to remind him of my boundaries.
Yeah, it's Midnight Chill's horror narrations. He's really good.
As a general rule, I don't want to hear about kids putting their arms down garbage disposals before 9 o'clock.
One of these days, but not today.
He piqued my interest, so I called him.
What?
It's the weird.
Their arms down garbage disposals before 9 o'clock.
Whoa. No, he says something here. Where'd it go? He's supposed to say something here. Look. Look. That's why we listen to the whole thing. Holy crap. Look. Control find. Look. 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 No, stop. Go back up. Look, Kate. No problem. No. No. Go back up, please. Alright, where?
Fair. But it's in your neck of the woods.
Neck of the woods. Stop doing what? I'm sorry, I'm looking for that line. That's supposed to be here, but isn't.
The big leagues were scouting him, apparently. And it was his guy. It's in your neck of the woods.
General rule, I don't want to hear about kids.
It's at the 4-minute mark. Holy monkeys. Shabab.
He was back at it again.
He was back at it again. Control F. He was back at it again. Oh. As a general rule. Okay, so it's not that.
Look.
I said look. Okay. I don't want to hear.
As a general rule, I don't want to hear about... I took the opportunity to remind him of my boundaries. Look. As a general rule, I don't want to hear about kids putting their arms down garbage disposals before 9 o'clock.
Oh, well, I don't need to put anything here. I'm fine.
He piqued my interest.
Huh.
So I called him. Said Dave.
What? Oh,
His words
I muted
buzzed
him.
through the line. He swore like a sailor.
Oh?
I mean, fucking Christ.
Oh,
Shoving
yeah.
your arm down a garbage disposal?
There's
The kid was the pitcher on the high school baseball team. Kyler Coleman is his name. The big leagues were scouting him, apparently. And it was his goddamn throwing arm.
My stomach lurched.
Okay, we don't have to do that twice.
Goddamn throwing.
I heard you the first time. Thank you.
My stomach lurched.
Click
What
it.
else? What else have you? My stomach lurched.
So clicky. Coffee. Yes, kids. I'm playing with fire because when I do my short stories, I use voice to text and I have to go back and edit autocorrect. Throws me under the bus every 3 sentences. It's still faster though, isn't it? Question mark. Oh goodness. Just tell me that I can't.
What else have you heard? I asked.
Only that it's not the.
Wow, why did that take you so long to say? Oh, yeah, I figured you did. I saw your cup in Twitter.
I asked.
Only that it's not the first time.
He put his other arm down a garbage disposal too? Disposal too?
No. I meant he's not the first kid to maim himself. It's happened to 11 other kids too. At least according to what I've found so far.
Don't
All
give
of
me
them between
things
the
to look
ages of
at.
12 and 17. Different body parts. Different methods of violence.
I opened my laptop.
Can I get rid of a crap ton of things in between without messing up my entire recording? all of these tracks, sound effects, all of that. Can I do that?
Different methods of violence.
I opened my laptop.
The people in that town, they're calling it an epidemic.
Continued Dave.
I think I know what the picture you're trying to show me is. The one of that really big coffee cup.
The people in that town, they're calling it an epidemic.
Continued Dave. Epidemic? Epidemic was one of those words you knew.
Everything is spaced out
Even
so
if you didn't.
Strangely. Can I? Everything. No. Select everything. This is the thing that makes everything take forever. Because why? Because I started editing it in a weird order. It's your shirt? Oh, touche. Yes, it is. But when you miss it, you can completely change the context and make you sound like an idiot. Yeah, that can happen.
Continued Dave. Epidemic? Epidemic was one of those words you knew, even if you didn't have an exact definition. Epidemic? Epidemic was one of those words you knew, even if you didn't have an exact definition. But I typed it in to remind myself. A widespread occurrence of an infectious disease in a community at a particular time.
It's not that bad. I think I can leave it. Control G. Trying to get in the habit of using my shortcuts. What's the point of putting it?
Infectious disease in a community at a particular time. I don't get it, I said. It's a disease?
An infection of the mind,
Said Dave.
that's what someone called.
It's too fast.
An infection of the mind,
Said Dave.
Still too fast.
It's a disease?
an infection of the mind,
Said Dave.
that's what someone called it.
I'm sorry, one more time. Still seems too fast.
It's a disease?
An infection of the mind,
Said Dave.
that's what someone called it. No one is taking the kids seriously, just writing it off as them being nuts, sending them to the nut house for a bit, then pushing it under the rug.
How about the police? I asked.
From what I can tell, they did the bare minimum.
Said Dave.
The town is called house for a bit, then pushing it under the rug.
How about the police? I asked.
Rug.
How about the police? I asked.
From what I can tell, they did the bare minimum.
Said Dave.
The town is called, if you want to learn more.
I didn't recognize the name. But after typing it into Google, I saw that it was about 45 minutes outside the city. I'm going, I said.
Convinced already, huh?
Hey.
It's outside the city. I'm going, I said. I'm going, I said.
Convinced already, huh?
Yeah, I'm not interested in... Yeah.
I'm on a PC. That's weird. That's the second time I've heard a story about garbage disposals in the last 2 months. Accidental or self-inflicted? Either way, no fun. Yeah. Yeah, no fun. Not my idea of fun.
Convinced already, huh?
Yeah, I'm not interested in repackaging Wikipedia articles on Medium anymore. Maybe it'll be my big story. Medium anymore. Maybe it'll be my big story. Who knows? I should get ready. I stood up and made my way toward the shower. Thanks for the lead, Dave.
No problem.
Shower. Thanks for the lead, Dave.
No problem.
He said.
How many bananas can you fit in your PC? um. Good question. I haven't tried recently.
Thanks for the lead, Dave.
No problem.
He said.
Look, Kate, I know you're a lone wolf. Look, Kate, I know you're a lone wolf, but be careful. No problem.
He said.
Look, Kate, I know you're a lone wolf, but be careful. This whole thing, fucking freaky, man. The kids are chalking it up to, for lack of a better fucking word, an urban legend.
An urban legend?
They call her Seamstress,
said Dave.
Look, Kate, I know you're a lone wolf, but be careful. This whole thing, fucking freaky, man. The kids are chalking it up to, for lack of a better fucking word, an urban legend.
An urban legend?
They call her Seamstress,
said Dave.
They remove their flesh for her in various ways, offering it as a tribute. That way, the thinking goes, she won't come for the rest of your family.
My stomach lurched again. Too much information. Too damn early in the morning.
Just the facts,
said Dave.
But I thought you should know more about the anecdotal stuff. Yo, this shit is fucking wild.
Okay, Dave.
Cold calling, in my experience.
Okay. Okay, Dave.
Seamstress.
Oh, I like the way he said seamstress. Yes. He is good at that.
Seamstress,
said Dave.
They remove their flesh from your family.
Okay. Gotcha. Let's not do too much of that. Up, fade in. Fade in is G, I think. Yes. Let's G it again. G it again.
My stomach lurched again. Too much information. Too
Noise whistle.
Too much information. Too damn early in the morning,
Just the facts.
said Dave.
But I thought you should know more about the anecdotal stuff. Yo,
It's as if everything he said shifted, and I don't want it there.
In the morning,
just the facts.
said Dave.
But I thought you should know more about the anecdotal stuff. Yo, this shit is fucking wild.
Cold calling, in my experience, is almost always a recipe for disaster. People don't like Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on their door with the latest issue of The Watchtower. They don't like snooping amateur journalists either. If Kyler Coleman's parents had been home, I probably would have been read the riot act and told to get off their porch. But it was just him. I rang the doorbell, and he answered. He was a bit over 6 feet tall, athletic looking, black buzz cut. Tall, athletic, 6 feet tall.
I flipped with Jehovah's Witnesses once. Oh, yeah? Shoot. Can I do this and not?
He was a bit over 6 feet tall, athletic looking, black buzz
I'm
cut.
leaving it.
Everything was intact aside from his amputated right arm. I knew it was him. I knew it was him. I knew it was
I didn't select anything.
his right arm. I knew it was him. His right arm. I knew.
Where's that coming from?
Arm. I knew it was.
Fade out, fade out. Control H. H?
Amputated right arm. I knew it was him at once.
When I was a kid, my dad dated one. Then
Hi
they
there. Are
excommunicated
you
her
Kyler?
because they're not allowed to live with someone out of wedlock.
He looked skittish.
Dang, that's messed up.
It didn't matter. I knew it was him at once.
Yeah,
Hi
they
there.
Are super strict.
Are you
bro.
Kyler? He looked skittish. It didn't match up with his broad-chestedness, his confident posture. In another lifetime, he would still be a posture. In another lifetime, he would still be a carefree 17-year-old star athlete. Whatever caused him to stick his arm down a garbage disposal had changed him forever. My name is... Disposal had changed him forever. My name is Kate Hunter.
Choose your
I said.
battles.
I run an online blog. A freelancer.
Tyler's lines is muted. Unmute that.
I run an online blog.
You're a reporter?
No, why are you so fast? Everyone is too fast. Okay, what is the deal? And I can see over here he's too fast too. Okay, so let's shift you. Why?
Who's asking?
He looked skittish.
Maybe.
Blog.
You're a reporter?
A freelancer. Kyler glanced down at his missing arm.
I already told the cops what happened,
he said. Kyler looked up and down the street.
Why did you do so many things with your mouth? So weird. Okay, what's the pacing for that? That seems spacey.
He said. Kyler looked.
Oh. Take all of that out. Right before that. Yes, all of that, please. Gotta go fast. Shut up, Midnight.
He said. Kyler looked up and down the street.
The bingo game's over. Okay,
he was
Midnight.
Worried,
You can calm
almost paralyzed by anxiety. It didn't add up. It was a suburban street lined with cookie-cutter houses. It was a suburban street lined with cookie-cutter houses, white picket fences, and carefully sculpted front lawns. The birds were chirping.
Fade in, fade in. You set him up, I knock him down, yo.
Fences and carefully sculpted front lawns. The birds were chirping. The sun was out. But Kyler's expression made it seem like we were standing in the middle of a war zone.
Come in before anyone sees us,
he said.
I don't know what that's about. Or that. And that's where the door stuff comes. Door open, door close sounds. Do we already have it? Or do we need to look for it? Doorbell. Doorbell. Door opening. No, we already have it. It looks like we might already have it. Unmute. Doorbell. Outdoor. It's a lot of things we have already, I hope. Let me see. Dave lines. Nope, don't need that. What is this? Car drive off. Oh. But did I use it? That's the question. 10-6. No, I didn't use it. 10-6. Going back. 10-6. Okay. Hopefully I have it in already.
He closed the door behind me and
that outdoor suburban should be shut off. Door opening. Yeah, door closing.
he said.
That's when the outside should not be. It should end here. Shoot, but when should it start back up again? Door shut. Outside, inside. End it. I'm fine with ending it. The question is, where do we start it back up again? We won't know that yet. I don't think.
He closed the door behind me and led me to the living room. The house was split level, extensively remodeled. Kyla's parents made a good amount of money, or at least they spent like they did. The fancy furniture made that blatantly obvious.
Do you want water or anything?
He asked. Sure, water would be great. He went to the kitchen. I heard the sound of the ice dispenser and the faucet. I set up my things. Kyler came back and handed me the glass. Then he dropped onto the cloud-like couch, the overstuffed cushions wheezing beneath his large athletic frame. He looked exhausted. It didn't fit a person as young as him. God willing, he had 60 or 70 more years of life. God willing, he had 60 or 70 more. God willing, he had 60 or 70 more years of life to look forward to.
I'll talk to you.
He said.
I'll talk to you.
Life to look forward to.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you.
He said, sitting up.
But you have to promise me you won't try to change her mind.
Whose mind? I asked.
Sarah Felton.
He said.
She has to offer tribute. It's too late now.
Sarah Felton? I asked. Offered tribute? I don't think I follow.
Sarah is next on the list,
said Kyler.
The seamstress needs a pound of flesh from her. It's either 1 pound or...
He paused, his eyes focusing on something I couldn't see.
Or however much the skin of Sarah's entire family weighs.
Kyler turned back to me, grave sincerity in his expression. Something I couldn't see.
Or however much the skin of Sarah's entire family weighs.
Kyler turned back to me, grave sincerity in his expression.
Don't try to stop her. Sarah is already marked, so it's too late. But maybe if you do a write-up or something, I don't know. Maybe others won't have to suffer.
It's alright if you're the only one. I didn't expect anyone to be here. This isn't very exciting content.
It's either 1 pound or...
I appreciate you
He
being
paused, his eyes focusing on something I couldn't see.
Or however much the skin of Sarah's entire family weighs.
Kyler turned back to me, grave sincerity in his...
That was nice of you to subscribe to him, though, D'Angelo.
Or however much the skin of Sarah's entire family weighs.
Kyler turned back to me, grave sincerity in his expression.
Don't try to stop her. Sarah is already marked, so it's too late. But maybe if you do a write-up or something, I don't know. Maybe others won't have to suffer.
It was a lot to take in. So I decided to do what I did best. I listened. Do you mind if I record this, Kyler?
No,
He said.
you definitely should.
I set down my phone and started recording. If you wouldn't mind.
Definitely should. You definitely should.
I set down my phone and started recording. If you wouldn't mind, just say once more. If you wouldn't mind, just say once more that I have your consent to record our conversation.
You do.
he said.
Yeah,
I mean, you
he's
have
really
my
good.
permission.
Okay. Why don't you tell...
It all started last summer.
Kyler said.
Looking out my window, I saw her in the yard.
Did he cut me off? Or is that... Why don't you... Oh, yeah, he did cut me off.
Okay. Why don't you tell...
It all started last summer.
Okay. Kyler said.
Looking out my window, I saw her in the yard. It was a Thursday. The seamstress, there she was, standing in the moonlight, smiling that big fucking ugly smile of hers.
Who is the seamstress? I asked.
A monster.
Would say he's on the
He
same
said.
level as the big ones on YouTube.
If she marks you, you
Yeah.
have to act fast.
Yeah, and he's he does a lot of collabs. So, I mean, you're definitely going to hear some new voices as well. I am not the best female narrator. Thank you for saying that, but I know I'm definitely not the best yet. Still working on it. Takes a lot. Not as easy as it looks.
Within 48 hours, you have to make your tribute and leave it in the spot where you saw her.
What does she look like? I asked.
Like a nightmare. You know Alice in Wonderland? The Cheshire Cat?
I did. But I was older than Kyler. I didn't know kids still read Lewis Carroll or looked at his psychedelic drawings,
The only reason I heard about the Cheshire Cat.
said Kyler.
That's too cool still.
Drawings,
The only reason I heard about the Cheshire Cat.
said Kyler.
Yeah, still.
Psychedelic drawings,
The only reason I heard about the Cheshire Cat.
said Kyler, as if reading my mind.
Is because that's what her smile looks like. The seamstress is pretty normal looking until she opens her mouth. Beautiful even, which is why we trust her at first. She has pale blonde hair, pale as moonlight, pale skin to match. Her eyes glow like twin stars. But when she opens her mouth,
I waited for Kyler to finish his next words.
Best voice narration style then? I haven't really found any other female narrators I like. There's a lot of them. It depends on, depends on your preference, really. There's a lot of different types of female narrators. I don't know. I'm sort of, yeah, and I can't even really say that they sound that much alike. There's a few that sound kind of alike, but they have a different way of narrating. But yeah, there's definitely a female narrator out there for everyone. I'll say that. A lot of good ones out there.
To avoid muddying them with my interpretation, said Kyler.
Yeah. What did
I
Kyler
took a
say?
them with my interpretation.
With my interpretation. What did I miss here? Find. Her teeth are needles. Okay, what are you saying here?
you should have seen my...
Nope. He is not saying her teeth are needles here, what he should be saying. Not like needles, actual needle. Okay. What is this?
should have seen my coach.
That's no good. Her teeth are needles. Where's... Oh boy. I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. Jeez. Shoot. Where was I? Control B. Her teeth are needles. And where am I typing this? The 14 mark, right? B? Yeah, here. Okay, start here. Yeah. Hey, my wife called. What I miss? Nothing really. Kyler's lines, Dave's lines, Kyler's lines. Shoot. I'm missing lines somewhere. And I need to find them, which is why my brain is exploding silently. I recently found a new channel last night called Septic Theory. What is it? What's it about? Daniel or Dangel, cool, was talking to you before you left midnight. If you wanted to scroll up to right after you left. Yeah, with Septic Theory.
Even in the spot where you saw her.
Oh, yes? Oh my gosh, yes. I don't have to change my name and live in a forest.
If she marks you, you have to act fast.
Her teeth are needles. You have to act fast. You fast. Her teeth. Okay, so further out then.
Like a nightmare.
Her teeth. Like a nightmare here. Further out than that.
I didn't know kids still read Lewis Carroll.
Further out.
The seamstress is pretty normal looking until...
No, further out than that still.
I waited for Kyler to finish his note.
Oh, bad.
To avoid muddying them with my interpretation. Said Kyler.
Her teeth are...
This is what's missing. Ooh, my heart. My heart. 1525. Her teeth are needles, and then not like needles, actually. Oh no.
Said Kyler.
Her teeth are needles. Not like needles.
Actual needles, thousands of them. Okay, copy. 14 here. Solo. Don't solo. Oh, no, but mute that. I would mute that. No, he didn't leave. He came back. Ah, already subscribed to Septic. What is Septic? it's editing. Like, who really wants to watch editing? If even one person is here, that is a miracle. And if that one person isn't my mom, that's even more of a miracle.
Interpretation.
No, my mom would never be here. Dave, that's Dave lines. Kyler's lines. And it's moonlight. It's D'Angelo, midnight, and moonlight. All the lights. All the cool lights.
My interpretation.
Oh, shiplap. This is gonna be bad.
Her teeth.
It's fine. Baby steps. Sunlight, midnight, and moonlight. The Three Musketeers.
Interpretation.
Her teeth are needles.
Said Kyler.
Not like needles. Actual needles. Thousands and thousands of them.
I took
She's
a
so...
Thousands and thousands of them. Thousands. She sews flesh with her mouth. I need to move a lot of things out of the way to do this. Shoot. Yeah, move you to... Crap. That's fine. Just do it. Just do it. Nike. Holy cow, a lot. Control. Did you do it anyway, though? Because that would make me very happy. So happy.
Being them with my...
Not enough space. Probably.
Not like needles. Actual needles. Thousands and thousands of them. She sews flesh with her mouth.
I took a drink of the water Kyler had given me.
Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water. He's crazy.
Interpretation.
Her teeth are needles.
Said Kyler.
Not like needles.
If I can move you, then maybe I don't have to move everything else. Maybe life will make sense for a moment. Just a moment.
Her teeth are needles.
Said Kyler.
Not
See, and then I cut it off. Said
Kyler. Said Kyler. Said Kyler.
Her teeth are needles.
Said Kyler.
Not like needles. Actual needles. Thousands and thousands of them. She sews flesh with her mouth.
I took a drink of the water Kyler had given me. The crispness of it brought me back to reality. I looked at what remained of Kyler's arm, wondering more about how he'd lost it. Wondering more about how he'd lost it.
You should have seen my coach.
More about how he'd lost it.
You should have seen my coach.
Kyler said, studying the hand and fingers that weren't there.
He was sobbing. You were going to the MLB. You had such a bright future. But the adults don't realize it isn't a choice. If the seamstress shows up outside your house at night, you better give her your flesh within 2 days. 48 hours. Like I said, you have to pay tribute, or she takes your whole fucking family.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but how do you know your family will be taken if you don't pay tribute?
Because Sam Billingsley.
What happened to Sam?
He got marked. He was one of the first, but he called bullshit. Thought we were hurting ourselves for no reason.
Kyler drew a deep breath. Then he grabbed my water and took a drink, letting it sit in his mouth for a moment before swallowing.
I grew up with Sam.
Took her water.
Letting it sit in his mouth for a moment before swallowing.
I grew up with Sam.
Before swallowing.
I grew up with Sam.
He said.
I knew his family. I knew his family.
Where is that coming from? From here?
Said.
Yeah, very indirect kiss.
Sam.
He said.
I knew his family. And the seamstress skinned them all like it was nothing.
That's right.
And it was for nothing, too. Because Sam blew his head off with his dad's shotgun a few weeks later.
Oh, yeah, that was for nothing.
The back of my neck began itching suddenly.
That's
as
sad.
though an insect.
Stop it. Yeah, hey, he's probably lonely. Yeah, so loneliness will definitely do it. Now his body is lonely from his soul.
I knew his family. I grew up with Sam. I knew his family. And the seamstress skinned them all like it was nothing. And it was for nothing, too. Because Sam blew his head off with his dad's shotgun a few weeks later.
The back of my neck began itching suddenly, as though an insect had skittered across it. I clapped my hand to it. Nothing there. Kyler was watching me, so I pretended to massage the muscles, then cleared my throat. my throat.
Yeah, it just seems like a strange break if you're not making those sounds. It sounds like a really big break in the conversation.
Then cleared my throat. Can you tell me more about the night you lost your arm?
My parents go to bed early. Around 9. My little brother does also. It had almost been 2 days by then.
Lost your arm.
My parents go to bed early. Around 9. My little brother does also. It had almost been 2 days by then. I put it off as long as I could. But I saw the seamstress outside both nights, so I knew I had to be brave. And I saw the stitch marks on my right forearm.
The stitch marks?
Yeah. Bone white. Like a...
The stitch marks?
Yeah. Bone white. Like a scar drawn in chalk. One line, 3 others crossing through it. It's her sign. The seamstress puts it on whatever body part she wants. Then you have to take care of the rest. That night, I went downstairs. I thought about what I could use. This kid in my grade, Phil Thomas, used his dad's bandsaw to cut off his foot. This girl, Lindsay Mayfield, she almost ran out of time. Didn't know what to use, so she cut out a big chunk of her stomach with her mom's cooking scissors. It ended up being enough, and the seamstress left her family alone. But Lindsay has to shit into a bag now.
Ziploc?
I sat in silence, completely stunned.
Lindsay went too deep,
Kyler was
fucked up her guts.
desensitized.
Okay. All right. I am going to stop here. Thank y'all so much for spending some time with me, helping me to stay focused. I'm going to go finish the rest of my day. Yeah, y'all have a great rest of it. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, Danjo. And thank you for hanging out. I love you guys. Thank you so much. To all the lurkers, thank you for lurking. To all of the lurkers, thank you for lurking. And to all the people who left the like, thank you so much for leaving a like. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.